Well, wheat harvest has started and wheat prices are on a roller coaster, and there's some odd things happening in the grain markets. So Kim, let's break this down. Let's start with wheat harvest. What's going on?
Well, you look at what's going on, it's just getting started. Some fields are too wet to get into. Others, you've got the low clouds, you've got the high humidity, and that wheat's just too wet, won't dry out enough. Elevators in southern Oklahoma, southwestern Oklahoma are getting in a few loads. The yields have been relatively good, really good in some cases. The test weight's been relatively good. Too early to know about protein, and it's really too early to know about what this crop's going to look like.
So why are the wheat prices up on this up and down trend?
Well, if you look at the roller coaster rides, we got about a 90 cent to $1 increase in prices. We knocked them off around 40 cents this last week, maybe a little more than that. We got the Mexico tariffs. Mexico's our #1 buyer of wheat. Of course, that makes the market nervous. Plus, the USDA came out with that crop conditions report. You look at wheat conditions, they're significantly better condition than what the market expected. And you've got the funds that were record short in the market. They're out of those shorts, but they're not going and they're not buying the contracts. So there's nothing to hold that price up.
So moving on to grain markets, why did Smithfield Foods buy Brazilian corn?
Well, you look at what the costs are. Allendale came out with a report earlier in the week that if you were shipping corn out of Ohio into North Carolina, it's going to cost you about $6 a bushel if you could find the transportation to get it there with the floods and the waterways and stuff. But you could bring a cargo load of corn in from Brazil for about $5 a bushel. So you save $1 plus you've got the transportation to get it there. That's why they bought that corn.
So moving to soybeans, what's going on, or what's the latest news with China and the U.S.?
Well, you look, before we had this last flare up in the trade spat or trade war, China came in and they'd bought about 260 million bushels of soybeans. With the floods and the problems with transportation and shipping, we're having trouble getting that down to the ports to load that out on cargo and get it to China. So China bought soybeans and we're having trouble delivering it.
So overall, what's going to happen with U.S. grain markets?
With all the variability that's going on with the wet weather and the wet conditions, we don't know what our planting acres are going to be in corn. We don't know what they're going to be in beans. We don't know if the rain's going to continue. You look at wheat, is it going to dry out enough to get this harvest in, or are we going to have sprout damage? There's just a lot going on in the market right now. You got the Mexican situation, you got the China situation. That's why we got a roller coaster market, and I believe it's going to continue.
All right, thanks, Kim. Kim Anderson, grain marketing specialist here at Oklahoma State University.